Thom kali ini. Oh, ini dia 3 lawan 3 Profesor Thom Haye.
Welcome back at the Haye Way. It's a new week. That means a new podcast. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Neal.
Hello. I'm still a little bit, I still have the fire of the podcast of last week with Kelvin.
Almost 500,000 views in one day.
Over. Yeah. Oh, in one day. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we were trending again. Hey. And
it's so nice, all the messages we get.
Of course. But I'm also competitive. So we have been trending in spot 4, trending in spot 3. It would be nice. It doesn't have to be this podcast, but like one day that will be trending number 1 in Indonesia, right?
Yes. Yeah, we also have to deliver.
Yeah, we have to deliver
content to the viewers as well.
But thank you so much for everyone, for all the nice messages. And of course, we get so many messages, but we really try to read every message or listen. You are also sending voice messages and everything. So
yeah, it's really fun. We get so much.
Yeah.
So many messages.
Yeah. And maybe good to say, the idea is, of course, to do more guests. So, it will be maybe in the future, maybe in the near future. We don't know.
It looks like you already know something.
No, but it's good for the people. So 1 week there will be a guest, maybe 2 weeks no guest, or we like to mix it up a bit.
Yes,
right.
Yes. And a nice thing also is the amount of subscribers is growing.
Yeah, it's growing. But I see something in your eyes.
Yeah, the only thing is if you're watching,
just subscribe. It's for free. You really help the channel. I think now 30% of people who are watching are only subscribed. So that means 70% is still not subscribed. It's just press the button.
One easy click. If you enjoy the podcast and the guests as well, of course, subscribe.
Yeah, you'll make us even more happier. Talking about happiness, how happy are you at the moment?
Yeah, that's a hard question.
Say 1 is you're miserable, 10 is you're the most happy person in the world.
I'm a solid 7, I think.
Oh.
No, the thing is, you already know the story is, for the last games I didn't play for Almere, and I was really annoyed by the decisions. So on a sportive level, it was a bit frustrating, but the life around the football I enjoy really much, so I can say it goes really well. But you want to play every week, so this is a bit annoying.
Yeah, I can imagine. So for the people, we already saw the interviews, of course, in Holland. I don't think a lot of people have seen you before like that. That you could really see the anger in your eyes.
Yeah, it's with interviews it's always hard because you already see I try to give interviews and I'm a person, I try to be open, I try to share what I really feel and think. But as a football player or a professional athlete, you also sometimes have to watch out.
But I think you did a good job because you just said I'm not happy. I think I deserve to play. I don't agree with the reasons they gave me that I'm not playing. That's the only thing you said.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think I said really shocking things.
But your body language was just angry.
Yeah, but I can already see in the Dutch media, especially like big platforms.
Yeah.
Take everything out of context. So you try to be open, you try to share how you feel, but yeah, in the media, a lot of times it's only used.
That's why you have your own podcast.
To get some clickbait. So yeah, that's what I'm also a little bit annoyed about. But like you said, it's nice to have your own platform to share your insights as well. So
and to be honest, like we discussed a lot about it just during the week and last week. I think it's also, it's being a professional football player. Sometimes things go really well, like winning against Saudi Arabia with Timnas. Sometimes you have really low points in your career. When you were at Lecce, when you were in Italy, not playing, now at the moment. And in the end, I believe in you. You're a great player, even better person, and I think everything will work out.
Yeah, it's we shouldn't make it too dramatic. It's not something to
Put dramatic sound under this.
Yeah. Sad sound.
Sad sound. Of course. No, but we're laughing about it, and I think that's a good thing.
No, it's just like I'm annoyed I didn't play the last games, but like I said, I've been doing really well the last years, and I will.
We'll fight back.
I don't think I need to fight back because I already show my quality, but it's also part of the game, and I know my games will come again.
Yeah.
So that's it. But I think it's good to share because, like we said, we have a lot of guests, and we have fun talks with everyone, and it's also just to keep it real. It's sometimes good to share how you feel as well. So, how was your week?
My week was.
My friend.
To be honest, I was so happy with the episode with Kelvin. Also, you know what I was really happy about? Of course, all the comments, how many people watched it, but how happy Kelvin was after the show. He really enjoyed it.
Yes, we had a really good time.
Yeah. So next time we have to go for dinner with him. It didn't work out next time because I'm really looking for And you know what I like the most about it? That he says, "I just want to be a good person." I thought that was so.
That was really nice. I think the question was like, what advice would you give? And
be a good
he
person.
said, be a good person and be good to other people.
Yeah. So I think you always learn from that. And my weekend, in the weekend, I did my last UFC show for this year in Hilversum.
Kelvin said he would watch.
And Kelvin watched. I didn't do a shout out because I have to do it next year. Sorry, Kelvin. I
would have expected more from him.
Yeah, I know. I have to do better. I have to get back on track. No, but it was a great night. Happy to be back in studio. Last two shows I did in Abu Dhabi and in New York. Now it was just in Hilversum. And it's always a nice crew. It's during the night. It's like in 4 a.m. we start until 8 a.m. We have a great crew. It was a great fight. The main event was a great fight. It was a new kid from Japan who made his debut. Directly got a title shot, and he lost against a Brazilian guy, Pantoja. So it was a great night, and it's the holiday season, eh? So we had Sinterklaas here in Holland. What is Dutch?
I already have a big Christmas tree at home.
But that's for Christmas. So we have two things in Holland. So Sinterklaas, the 5th of December, is like the Dutch version of Christmas, and then we have Christmas, and it's going to be my first Christmas with my little daughter. I don't think she knows a lot about it, but this morning I was listening to Christmas songs with her and trying to sing with her, and she was
bouncing her head.
No, she was just looking at me from that. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Leave me alone. I'm just awake. What's wrong with you, Daddy? No. So all good at the moment. And are you a good FIFA player?
I was a good FIFA player. I don't game a lot anymore, but I was really.
We're gonna do it this week at the office. So with my colleagues. So
really?
Yeah. 2 against 2.
Do I get an invitation or?
I don't know. I'm not the organization. I'll ask for you if you can come. All good. What we're going to do today, we have some fan questions, and we're going to do some quick fire. We have some statements we have to react to, and of course, terima kasih for all you goedemorgens. We'll have it over at the end of the show. We have a really nice one. Who won this week?
I'm curious.
Want to start with quick fire?
Let's go.
All right. Do you want to start or shall I start?
You're the host.
Oh, I'm the host. Okay.
For this episode.
What are you the most proud of in your life?
Wow. Let's get into it on a deeper level.
Bam!
The most proud. One of the things I'm most proud of is, I think, my career. Because it's crazy if you think about it. If things get normal in your life, you get used to it really quick. So for me, it feels like it's really normal to play professional football and to be a professional athlete for this long period already.
Yeah.
But sometimes you forget to put things in perspective, you know? So I think when I think about it, it's not as normal as it feels.
It's not normal, no.
So I think I'm really proud of that.
Nice.
Should I ask you one?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
On which moments in your life you were most happy?
Oh, somebody asked me that question. I think last week or 2 weeks ago. When I was really happy, I think it was last year when my girlfriend was pregnant and we did a holiday in Miami. And we were just with the two of us on a scooter. Have you ever been in Miami?
No, I've never been.
And it was just, we stayed with one of my closest American friends. He lives on South Beach. So, yeah, she was pregnant. So we were just at the beach playing games and then going on a scooter. So you can see all the beautiful houses then. It was so relaxed and laid back it was.
Yeah.
And then that was like now with work, there's a lot of stress. The weather is cold. We have a little girl now, so we have also stress about that, how to be a good dad and good mom. So that was the last moment that I thought I was really happy. And of course, the 12th of May this year when my girl was born.
That must have been
that's so weird because
very special.
The thing is that if you think about it, it's so weird, and it was so relaxed how everything went, because it's not normal like that every pregnancy goes really easy, or giving birth goes easy, and we were really lucky. And so the 12th of May, I think that was the day I was the most happy this year. And you this year, do you have a certain day?
This year, that's a hard question. There you overfall me a bit.
All right, then I have a good question for you. I think you would like this. Say this camera, it's a mirror. And you can look into the mirror and you see a young Thom Haye. Say Thom Haye who is 15 or 16. What would you say to the young version of yourself?
Wow. I would say a lot to myself, for sure. But I've always been someone who thinks a lot about everything.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm playing football, when I'm just outside, when I see things, my brain never stops. So sometimes it's also annoying because there's always a conversation and I'm always switched on. But I would just say that everything will be all right.
Wow. That's good. Because especially if you think when you're 15, 16, you're, I won't say you're always insecure, but you're always overthinking, what should I do and everything. And if you would get an advice at that age, hey, stay calm, everything's going to be all right. I think it will help a lot of people.
Yeah, especially with me as well, because I could give myself a lot of stress with just thinking about the future. Like, is my career going to work out?
Yeah.
Can I provide for my family when I'm older? All crazy things to think about when you're younger.
But you did.
But just to hear from someone with experience, like, it will be all right. I think it could have gave me a lot of rest.
Mm. That's a nice one, yeah. I like this one for you. Or do you want to give one?
I think this one is for you.
Which one?
Are you the type to stand on the sideline and have a drink at the bar?
Yeah.
Or is Neal Petersen showing everyone the moves in the middle of the dance floor?
What do you think?
I think you can be both.
To be honest, I'm not the guy on the dance floor. I don't go a lot to bars, to be honest. I would go for just during the day. I'm more a person during the day for coffee or lunch or anything.
Yeah.
And at night I'm not. I've never really been that. It's a strange thing because we told the people the first time we met was in a bar, but that's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And no, you won't say, but I think I'm a little bit too shy to be on the dance floor. And
also when I was younger, I like to go out with my friends as well, of course. But I must say, I'm becoming a lot calmer.
Older.
I'm enjoying like the quality moments more. So
I
have a
think-
good lunch, have a good
restaurant.
dinner.
Yeah, that's it. I think we agree on that. Yeah. So no dance. I was nearly dancing here. All right, but talking about it. Say you're in a karaoke bar, and you can request one song. Which song would it be?
Honestly, I never did karaoke.
We have to do karaoke one day.
Yeah,
Can you sing?
I'm a really bad singer, but I'm passionate.
Yeah, I would say yeah. So
If
which
I have
song?
to do karaoke, I will.
Which
I would
song,
give it my
which
all.
song? Have you ever? Because that's a tradition at football clubs, right? If
Hey,
you,
maybe because you said if you look in the mirror, I'd say Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror.
oh, starting with the man in the mirror. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then
And then,
put my soul into it.
but you have to sing, right? When you're new at a club, you have to do a song.
It depends. There are a lot of clubs, teams. They have a tradition that
Yeah.
if you're new, a new addition to the team, you need to perform a song in front of the group. But it's not everywhere.
Have you done it?
I've done it a lot of times, but
Which song?
I always took the one of the leading songs of the Lion King.
Which one?
I don't know how
From
you
Elton
call
John.
it. No, the leg, the awumbo,
Wappa wimbo, wappa wimbo,
Yeah.
wimbo, wimbo, wap.
because it's
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
like this, and then you
You,
have
have to continue. Okay.
I'm so tired.
Then the next question. I need to know the answer. What's your weirdest talent?
Weirdest talent. My weirdest talent. Do you know the answer of this question? If it's for you?
I don't know if it's a talent, to be honest, but I like the moment I have to be on to perform or to do anything, I could have like 10 minutes of sleep or anything. I can just perform.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but it's really weird because
Yeah.
I can be feeling sick or having a headache or anything. Once the moment I really have to do something on air, the guy who I founded the company with.
It's a pretty important talent to have.
No, but
in,
the
in
funny
your
thing is-
industry.
Yeah, no, like Joris, he's one of my close friends and also the co-founder of my company. He would always talk shit to me. He said, "Hey, how is this possible? You slept only like 10 minutes and then you have to do something, you do it, and then it's really weird because it's something. I didn't learn for it or something. I didn't go to school to do this. It's just something that happened to me.
Yeah,
It's strange.
everyone has his own qualities.
No, it's weird. It's just a weird
weird,
talent.
but
That's it. You
it's a
don't have a
talent,
weird.
it's a talent.
Do you have a weird talent?
The only thing maybe what's weird, but it's not a talent. It's that I write with my left hand.
That's really weird.
So I do
right-footed,
everything.
right?
If I need to throw a ball, I would throw with my right. If I need to kick a ball, I kick with
You
my
play
right
paddle
foot.
with right?
Yes, everything I do is with my right side, and I don't know what happened, but from a young
Can
age,
you write with your right hand?
no, I have no feeling in writing with my right hand. So I will always sign, write, everything. Only this feeling of writing I have in my left hand. But I cannot throw a ball with my left arm hand.
But you can shoot with left, right?
Yes, okay, but this is
Yeah, but
because
it's with
you,
your
you
work.
played a lot
Yeah.
of football, but it's not really a talent, but it's really weird.
I like
Everyone
this.
says it always when I need to sign a shirt or someone asks for an autograph. Everyone notices it. It's so weird.
I really like this these questions, this quick fire. Thank you, Kennedy, or editor in chief Kenneth Lance. Follow him on Instagram. Did you see that? He was on the Haye Way.
No, I didn't see it.
He did a great job. I'll show you later. So he
Okay.
was in a picture, and then you have the meme. I think it's Drake, right? Yeah. that Drake is in a picture and people are saying, why does this guy think he's on the team? Because Kenneth was on a picture with me, you, and Kelvin, and he was in the back like this. So follow me on
big
Instagram.
part of the team.
He's a big part of the team. Let's go on with fan questions. We try to do it, Maybe we should do it in the future. Just a whole episode, like we maybe should
because
do
there are so many questions.
But we'll try to do a few this week. I think this one is a nice one. Aku Sare. The question is, Tom, do you consider to live in Indonesia after your retirement?
So that's a good question for the future. It's a hard question, of course, because it's really hard in football, especially you never know
Where you go?
your next step or how your career will develop. But I have a lot of family in Indonesia. I really like being there, so it could definitely be an option. But also, like we said in the last episode, I think I will invest some time in developing my coaching skills as well. So I don't know if there's a real retirement after my career.
Hey.
So it could be an option, but it's really hard to predict.
Yeah.
So Neal, do you think that an Indonesian fighter will be capable to shine in UFC? From Arch
Nagel?
Nagel.
Good question. I think the interesting about the UFC is that you see people from all over the world performing. Like little countries like Georgia, they have 2 champions right now. So that's insane. You see last week, you had a Japanese fighter who made his debut and directly got a chance to fight for the title. I think the most important thing is that they need to perform like in Asian competitions, become a champion there. And once you become a champion there, you will always get the chance in the UFC. And I got a lot of reactions because you mentioned that you did know that there was an Indonesian fighter who fought in the UFC. So a lot of people said that to me. And of course, why not? If there's a lot of talent, I think fighting is a big sport in Asia. So it would be great. If I could go to see you perform in Jakarta and then I could go to Jakarta for a UFC event, hey, you will make me really happy.
Would be awesome.
Yeah. Tom, what's your favorite fashion brand and why? Alvino 1011 wants to know.
Fashion brand. This is hard because there are so many brands. I like to always have a combination between sometimes maybe a designer brand, but also just really basic. I think one of my favorite brands at the moment, which is not in the designer segment, but it's Uniqlo.
Oh, that's cool.
So if Uniqlo is watching...
Hey, not only for Tom, eh? Hey, I love Uniqlo now also.
No, but it's just, I think it's affordable, and just the basics are really, really nice.
Yeah.
The quality. So I would always get all the basics I need. I'll get them at Uniqlo.
And then you can combine a bit.
Yes.
With the basics.
So if you're...
Hey, but talking about, we saw some questions in the YouTube comments. Of course, if you're a brand in Indonesia, because people were asking, can we be like included in the podcast? Of course. Just send us an email or a direct message if you want to be a part of the podcast. Right?
I think, yeah, we're open to everything.
We're open for business. We're open to discuss. And like we're really open. So we were also discussing if some brands will like be interested. We will do very creative stuff. Like nothing you have seen before in Indonesia. We'll go all the way.
Yeah, it's a good question. You travel a lot.
Yeah.
But his question is, what is your favorite place to visit? Of the most beautiful place you have been?
Where I've been? Ooh.
Good question for Mahmoud.
Yeah, very good question. I think the most beautiful place where I've been, like I really enjoyed Bali. I've been in Bali in the south and in the north. I really thought that was beautiful. but I think the most beautiful is Nakpam Beach in the Philippines. So it's I think on the island Palawan, and it's
I think it's a well-known island.
but like a lot of tourists go to El Nido. That's where a lot of tourists are. And I went to the north where nobody was. There was no Wi-Fi, there was no internet, nothing. It was so beautiful. I really enjoyed it. And to be honest, I know you're going to play against them in March, but I've been 2 years ago. I was at the east coast of Australia, the Great Barrier Reef, Early Beach, and that was insane. I was on a boat for 48 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but like you wake up.
Sounds intense.
You wake up from the sound from birds just around you. You're on sea and you see some islands. That was insane. That was really insane. But I want to see more of Indonesia.
Nice,
so if people let me know, I'm maybe planning to go in June or in July to Indonesia. Where should I go?
For a longer trip.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. You guys are playing in June, so maybe after that. All right, last question for you. How do you keep your life balanced between football and personal life? Nia Fesa wants to know.
Actually, it's really easy. When I was younger, it was harder, but it's just keeping the focus at the things you are doing at the moment. So when I go to the club, my full focus is on football, on training. But for me, it's also really important. And I've learned this lesson when I got older, especially, and we talked about it with Calvin as well. It's really important to switch off. So when I'm home, I like to, I like to enjoy the things I love doing besides football. It's just spending time with family, with BB, the boys. Try to avoid you outside the podcast. No, the podcast as well is a lot of fun. Yeah. I like to play golf. So it's just finding, in this way, it's easy to find a balance.
I think we should admit also to the people watching. I think it's one of my highlights in the week, these recordings. To be honest, I didn't know it was going to be so cool.
It's really fun because
especially with the crew, right?
I have to admit that it was a bit awkward in the beginning because it's still crazy to think that I'm doing this because actually I'm really shy and
but you're only making fun of me every week. It's getting worse.
Yeah, but I think we should let it in. If you know more ways to make fun.
Hey, no.
Send them to the Haye Way Instagram. Follow the Haye Way Instagram, and maybe I will make more fun of Neal in the next episode.
Okay, we'll see if people react to that. Talking about people reacting, Kelvin had the Dutch word last week. It was goedemorgen, and we have a really good one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because the word before, hogere wiskunde, it was too hard, but goedemorgen.
Yeah, let's hear.
Goedemorgen. Het is geen morgen hier, maar het is goed. En ik ben ook goed.
I think this is amazing. It was at Nena Nain, and she said, good morning. It's not morning here in Indonesia, I think. I think she's from Indonesia, but it's good. So
and it's good.
Yeah, and it's good. So thank you so much. I think this was it for this week. Maybe we should announce that next week it's going to be, I think, a very interesting episode. Is that a good teaser?
Yes, I think then we've said enough.
Yeah.
No, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. And of course, what Thom said at the beginning of the podcast, thank you already for watching. If you made it until this point, you're a diehard fan. We appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe to YouTube, at the YouTube and our
Sending
Instagram.
questions, subscribe.
Yeah. And
follow the Haye Way.
Yeah. And let us know if we will do a live Q&A on YouTube. Would you guys be interested? Or should we do other live stuff? Let us know. And then we'll be back next week. Thom, thank you so much for making fun of me again this week. And see you next week.
Ciao, ciao.